So you're thinking about joining the Air Force, but your mechanical score on the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, or ASVAB, came in under 50. Don't worry, you've still got some solid options. A lower mechanical or M score doesn't mean that you're out of the game. In fact, there are plenty of Air Force jobs, also known as specialties, where an M score under 50 is totally acceptable, and you can still land a hands-on, high-impact job that keeps you close to the action. Welcome to the U.S. Military Test Prep channel from Study.com. My name is Matt, and I'm a U.S. Army vet and an ASVAB test prep expert. In today's video, I'm going to cover everything that you need to know about understanding your scores on the ASVAB if you're looking to enlist in the United States Air Force. We're also diving into some of the best Air Force specialties that you can qualify for, even with an M score under 50. The ASVAB has 9 or 10 subtests depending on whether you're taking the paper or computerized version. These subtests check out your knowledge in different areas like general science, arithmetic reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, and mathematics knowledge. The other areas are electronics information, auto and shop information, mechanical comprehension, and assembling objects. You'll get a standard score for each one of the subtests. So, what's a standard score? It's basically how you stack up against other people your age, specifically 18 to 23-year-olds in the US. The average score is 50, and the scoring system is built around that. 50 is your baseline, and a 10-point difference shows how far above or below average you are. So a 60, above average. A 40, below average. Pretty simple. Higher scores show off your strengths in certain areas, which can be a game changer for landing specific jobs. You'll also get a percentile rank. This shows how your performance compares to others. For example, a percentile rank of 75 means that you scored better than 75% of standard test takers. Here's where it gets a little bit more customized. Once you're eligible to enlist, the Air Force will use your ASVAB scores to determine what kind of job that you're best suited for within the service. These jobs are determined using composite scores, also called line scores. These are created by combining your standard scores from various subtests that are relevant to specific military jobs. Each specialty has a minimum composite score requirement in one or more areas. For example, a technical job would look at your math and science scores, while a mechanical role will care more about your understanding of mechanics and tools. Your composite scores really dictate what jobs you qualify for, so they're worth paying attention to. Alright, now let's talk about what the M score actually is. The mechanical line score, or M score, is made up of 4 subtests on the ASVAB: general science, mechanical comprehension, auto and shop information, and mathematics knowledge. It's designed to measure your aptitude in mechanical and technical tasks. Anything from fixing engines to understanding how systems work. Now, if your M score is hovering around the 40s or even the high 30s, you've still got some great career paths ahead of you. For example, the Aircrew flight equipment specialty, or 1POX1, only requires an M score of 40. This job is all about making sure pilots have the gear they need to fly safely. Helmets, oxygen masks, and parachutes. You're the one checking it all and keeping it ready. Another solid role is 2T1X1, ground transportation. With just an M score of 40, you can qualify to operate and manage Air Force vehicles, moving equipment and personnel wherever they need to go. It's a job that keeps the whole operation running smoothly. If you're interested in aircraft but didn't quite hit the higher mechanical scores, you've still got access to a few cool options. For instance, Tactical Aircraft Maintenance Code 2 Alpha 3X3 requires an M score of 47. So does 2 Alpha 5X4, Refuel and Bomber Aircraft Maintenance, and 2 Alpha 3X8, remotely piloted aircraft maintenance. That means you're still eligible to work on fighter jets or drones, jobs that are very critical and super well respected. Then there's non-destructive inspection, or 2 Alpha 7X2, which only asks for an M score of 42. This job has you using high-tech tools to inspect aircraft parts without taking them apart. Think of it like doing an X-ray on a jet. Even Combat Arms 3POX1 Bravo, which is all about maintaining and instructing others on the Air Force weapons, only requires an M score of 35. And if you're eyeing leadership or specialty roles down the line, the Missile Facility Manager path, or 8S000, also comes in at a doable M score of 40. Your Armed Forces Qualification Test, or AFQT score, might be the most important score. It decides whether you can even enlist at all. Each branch sets its own minimum score, so you have to clear that bar to move forward. The AFQT comes from a combination of your scores on 4 key subtests. These subtests include arithmetic reasoning, which has basic math and word problems, and mathematics knowledge, which includes a variety of math concepts. The other 2 subtests are word knowledge, which tests vocabulary and word meanings, and paragraph comprehension, which measures how well you can understand written materials. Your AFQT score is a percentile ranking, meaning that if you score a 60, you did better than 60% of standard test takers. Each military branch has its own standards. Let's talk numbers and take a closer look at the minimum AFQT score you need to enlist in each branch of the military. You'll need a high school diploma or a GED to qualify for any branch of the military. The required score varies, though, based on which one you have. If you pass a GED exam, you'll need to aim for a score of at least 50 for all branches. With a high school diploma, you'll need a minimum score of 31 for the Air Force, Army, Navy, and Marine Corps. The Coast Guard requires a 32. If your AFQT score is higher than the minimum, that's great. This opens up additional job options, potentially more career growth, and maybe even some bonuses. Maybe you have your eye on one of the jobs that we talked about today. But if you've already taken the ASVAB and your scores aren't where you need them to be yet, I'm here to give you some steps that you can take to improve your scores and better position yourself for the military jobs that you want. First, pinpoint both your strengths and your weak areas. Look at which subtests brought down your score and which ones you excelled in. While it's important to address weaker areas to meet the minimum requirements, excelling in your strong areas can offset a lower score in other sections. This balance can improve your overall test outcome, especially for composite scores or percentile rankings. Next, study smarter. Spend more time on the sections that you really struggled with. Using good study resources can make a big difference. Study.com's ASVAB test prep resources can help with personalized plans and practice tests to get you on track. In fact, 92% of users pass the ASVAB after prepping with Study.com. Taking a practice test can really help you zero in on what you know and what you don't. Watch lessons to review the material that you're less confident in. If you feel like you really know a topic well, do practice problems and quiz yourself. If you notice that you're missing a lot, go back and review the lesson to really make sure that you know the material. A solid prep plan can help boost your score. You can also retake the ASVAB. You'll need to wait 30 days before your first 2 retakes. After that, it's a 6-month wait if you want to try again. So use the time that you have to your advantage. Also, keep in mind that you can use your ASVAB scores for up to 2 years to enlist. So make sure you plan accordingly. If you need to retake the ASVAB, consider using Study.com's ASVAB study guide and test prep resources and really zero in on what you need to study. And remember, even if you don't get the score for the role that you wanted, there might be other military jobs that would be a good fit for you. The goal is to maximize your strengths. So if your M score is under 50, don't stress. You've still got access to meaningful, technical, and impactful jobs in the Air Force. What matters most is finding a role that fits your skills and interests, and one where you can grow. Reach out to a recruiter, talk through your options, and find the path that really feels right for you. And if this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment with any questions or topics that you want for us to cover in the future, and don't forget to subscribe for more U.S. military test prep content. I'll see you in the next video. You've got this.